Let's Play Loyalty in Underworld games and Time at a Time. Subscribe to both! So hello guys, today we are going to be playing Loyalty. So this is a new game and it's got a lot of hype over the coming months, and there's pre-releases starting all over the country, so let's dig into that. So Loyalty, how you do, you got two decks and play against each other, and the way to win is board control. So if you have the majority of the boards when all the squares are filled, then that's game over, and whoever's got the most pictures facing towards them wins. That's the gist of it. So how you start is you get your 4 cards in your hand, and then you can start playing. So how you get majority of control, this is what you do. So you place down a card, it doesn't have any cost, you can just play it straight off the bat. Then your opponent places one down, like from their hand, and then let's say if so let's press this one. So this will be 6. So 6 beats 5, so that turns it round, and that's how they get like board dominance. So almost every card has an on-play effect. So let's start with one that you just play straight off the bat. So this chap here. So if I play him down, he has one which, like, on play you discard a card. On most card games that's not really like an ideal thing, but on this, when you have ones that have abilities, when they're discarded, so if you see the cards in the corner, that means that this card can be discarded, and it says on discard, destroy a card with a value of 7, so he will be destroyed if it was your opponent's, you know. But you can see how this game starts to take shape. So now we'll explain turning. So let's say if I've got this chap here, like just a random card, and then go ahead.
So we're gonna play this chap out. So on play they have the ability to draw 3 cards and then destroy 3 cards at random from your hand. After use of this effect, you will check the touching numbers, so the drawback will be claimed. And then, let's say Tom plays out a card.
So 7 beats 6, and now I am
6.
turning it.
So.
Or was that? No, that was 6, wasn't it? Yeah. So I've turned over
and
1.
Also, turning is no chain reaction.
Oh right, yeah, that's on the sniper in it. Yeah. So that's right. So on play, turning, draw 3 cards and 3. So if this gets turned again, I can use this effect, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
So let's say my opponent plays out this birdie. 6 beats 5. They claim it, and at this point the card has turned. At which point they will have the turning ability to resolve.
Nice. And if you place down, let's say, another one for like 6, you would also get the ability as well, wouldn't you? Like...
Yes, because the card turns toward me.
So now we're going to learn about response cards, which are basically your hand counters. So if I play this one, which we know what he does now, on play he discards a card. So I'm going to discard this one. So when he gets discarded, I get to draw a card, so I want more cards in my hand. So I am going to discard him, use his effect, but then...
I will say no.
Oh!
In Loyalty there are many windows for your opponent to respond. There is a window when a card is played out and its on-play ability activates, and you also have windows when abilities trigger, like when they are discarded or when they are destroyed. Thing to know about response cards is that they specify the effect that they are negating. So this little mouse here is negating the on discard effects. So in this scenario, what was once Mopsy would be unable to draw said card on its discard trigger.
So I've just wasted him now, he's on straight for trash. Great. So now we're going to go with the ranged one. So this one is a card that when you place it down, it can turn the ones that are adjacent to it. So it says this one, it says the cards can be turned adjacent cards, so on straight behind it. So you think behind is like 1 and then 2, or 1 and then 2. So we are a little bit unsure about this one because it is a new game. So as soon as we pop this down, this one would turn. But then I would have thought it would have carried on in the line or the one behind it. So yeah, because that's 7 anyway, it wouldn't have been. But if that would have been 4,
yes,
then that would have been turned. That's
so.
Yeah.
Our question for the ranged ruling is when a card that is ranged played out, does it check the value for each card that it affects and turns accordingly, or is it more of a scenario where if it claims the first card, it then claims the one behind it? Or in a scenario where this number is equal but this one is lower, would it then just claim the one behind it?
Yeah. So that's interesting, isn't it? So I would have thought it would have carried on going, but maybe that one wouldn't have been if it was there, and that would have gone for that one instead.
So yesterday,
so comment what you think.
Yesterday we had some questions rise, especially with the ranged ability, and we ended up leaving it on a question mark. We would hope to think that it does check the 2 spots as it is explained in the ability, but when it does, it checks the 2 cards on individual values. So in this scenario, only the guard would be turned, whereas in this scenario, once again, only the guard would be turned because the creepy crawly has the value equal to
So
the
you would have
card.
thought, I would have thought that he would have been like a shield then. If it was 7/7, then the bullet wouldn't have gone past. That's how I would have thought about it. But yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, like I said, we'll have a look at the rule book at the end, and if it still like is the same, then we'll obviously go from there.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So yeah, we definitely need to play this more. So on destroy. So sometimes you could be very crafty if you know you've got a card that's hard to turn, and you end up playing this one instead, and then playing a card next turn that destroys that one, then he has an undestroy ability, which is undestroy if this card was in play, move it to a different open space. So if your opponent does something, you can be like, ha, actually, now that's endgame, we've now filled up the board. Or you could be like, aha, I knew you were going to go there because that was the happy squirrel, which is the weakest card, haha. So that's, yeah. Alright, so let's shuffle this up. With me, I have the lovely Sylvester, who's been Underworld judge for God knows how long now. And yeah, so let's play this game, Loyalty. So it's by We Are Gaming, and yeah, I've played it once or twice before, and I think it's pretty interesting. I love fairy tales, and I love like monsters and creatures. So let's go through. Yeah. Do you want to cut me up there?
It's fine.
Okay.
So, a game of loyalty begins by both players drawing a hand of 4.
Yep.
If you are not satisfied with the hand that you have drawn, you can draw a new 4. However, you can only do this once.
Yeah, you can do partial mulligan as well, can't you? Where you can put some back.
I don't believe you can do. I believe it is a full mulligan.
Oh, right, okay, full mulligan. Alright, cool, yeah. Right, so how do we start off?
So, obviously before drawing your starting 4 and deciding if you are happy with the starting 4 or not, you decide who is going first. For the sake of easiness, Tom is playing the better deck, so I shall go first, and the player that goes first places down the blockade.
Yeah.
The purpose of the blockade is to set up the playing field into an odd number of fields, thus preventing a draw from happening.
So
Blockade,
statistically impossible then for a draw.
yes, blockade can be placed down into either one of the 4 center slots or into one of the corners. I will place the blockade right there.
Oh, you sly rooster. Alright then, okay, so I've got my 4, and you got your 4. Let's see what we got.
So, the player who goes first places down the blockade. They do not draw for turn, however, they do get to place down the first card on the field. And for the sake of this, I shall play down this Questionable Wisdom. On play and on turning, I draw 3 and then I destroy 3 at random from my hand.
Alright.
Yes, cards can be destroyed from either hand, field and deck, and they can also be discarded, so please choose 3 cards.
Uno, dos, and tres.
Okay?
Alright, let's see then.
This is where shenanigans could happen. So we have a response destroyed, we have a creepy crawler destroyed, and we have a range destroyed. So, discard on destroy, if it was in play, move it to a different space. Otherwise, it comes back into my hand.
Yeah, so it's destroyed, so move into a different space or back into your hand. If it was
comes
on the
back to my
field,
hand.
it would have been moved, so that would have been good earlier, but at least you've got a card back.
And after this, I pass the turn.
Cool, my turn. So I want to be turning that. So I've drew one. Let's see. I am going to go for... Oof. I'm gonna be all about this card draw this turn. So I'm gonna play this like kind of cleave experiment. So 6 beats 5, so that turns it. So I guess I'll do the on play first, which is draw 2 and then discard 2 from my hand. So 1, 2. I'm gonna discard the ones that I know I definitely need them to destroy. So all of the ones with the card on the top, they can be destroyed and have an effect. So I am going to this one. And I'm going to this one. So I'm going to, so draw 2 and then trash 2. So I've drawn them and then I'm going to trash these 2. So what he does is on discard is I get to draw a card. So he's been discarded unless he's going to get negated. And then on discard I get to destroy a card of value 7.
However, because there is none, the effect doesn't happen. And after this, you have the on-turning ability to resolve.
So I'm going to shuffle my hand then. So then, because I've turned it, I get to draw 3, and then destroy 3 at random
from your hand.
Let's hope that I get the ones. So let's shuffle these up and make them look really appealing. So Sylvester discards the ones I want him to discard. Come on then. What do we got?
So we get
that's
another
not one.
experiment.
Oh, that's not
Arrange
one.
little birdie and a response
not one of them. Not one.
Okay.
That's so lucky. I mean, and then that's my turn done.
Yep.
Over to you.
Just a quick correction. The way it plays out is that first you resolve the on-play effect of the cards, and after all of the effects have been resolved, then you turn.
Oh, right, okay, yeah, so I play then it will turn after, okay.
Yes.
That's good to know, that's good to know. It's easy to keep track of that way, because I almost did forget.
Okay, I believe I have nothing to lose, so I shall play out this creepy crawly.
Oh, okay.
I shall claim back my wisdom, and on turning I will draw 3 and destroy 3 more.
Let's hope I get rid of his responses.
Oh, buddy, you're in for a world of pain.
Really? Yeah, but if I do it really quick.
Okay, let's see what you got.
There we go. Oh no! On destroyers.
Okay.
And I destroyed them.
So this one has no effect. As for effects, I choose in which order I resolve them. So I will resolve Fate Avoided first. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck and draws a new 4.
Alright, I've got to do what? Shuffle my hand.
You shuffle your hand.
Oh,
Yes,
no.
it's each player. And you draw a new 4. Back into the deck, back in the deck.
Shuffle waffle. I don't even need them anyway. I totally need them, I'm lying.
1,
Uno, dos, tres,
4. And after that, the creepy crawly, because it was destroyed and was in my hand and not in play, it will come back into my hand. I pass to you.
Okay, cool. Okay then, so let's see. I'm gonna draw a card for luck. Haha. Haha. Okay. Okay. So then, so I got a vengeful pig imposter right here. So I'm tempted to on play search your deck for a wolf and play it and shuffle the card. This card as a vengeful pig. Okay. So I might play that one, turn this,
Yeah.
and
So
activate this one.
before you turn, you have the on play. Now, this is also another question, and this is more of a hypothetical play because of the card in question. So the card that the imposter searches for has the rules specification printed on it that it cannot be played unless there are 3 or more vengeful pigs on the field. So in this scenario, would that card be able to be played or not, please let us know in the comments.
It's like a special summon, right? I just assume.
Yes, so you play it, but the card does say that it cannot be played unless there are 3 or more Vengeful Pigs.
Okay, so yeah, you're right. That is a bit of a contradictory.
Yes.
Okay, so there's a card. Let's see what it says.
So it is the
So it's a bit like
focus.
So this card here, it does say, it says if you cannot play this card unless you have 3 or more Vengeful Pigs in play. So sadly, I've only got the 1.
Yes.
So does that mean it just gets discarded then? Or
I have no idea, because you search for it and then you play it, but because you can't play it, where does it go? So is this an illegal play in this scenario? Are you allowed to play the card, but because you are not allowed to play what it searches for, you just don't do the effect? It's another interaction that we need to clarify.
So, if it was me, I would have shuffled this and just played that one in instead, because it says to shuffle the Vengeful Pigs. So, I just assume that's all you can play, right?
The way it works is that you play out the card and then shuffle. Shuffle is keyworded into shuffling the deck. The final part of the ability on it is that this card is a Vengeful Pig. It's to do with the little lore. Obviously, it's from the fairy tale The Three Little Piggies and the Big Bad Wolf.
It's Huff Steam Engine.
So, because the card counts in name as a Vengeful Pigs, you are only allowed to play 4 copies in any combination between this card and the original Vengeful Pigs. That is a ruling that is clarified on the website.
Cool. So then, because that's technically illegal play, then, I'll just assume that means you can't play that and activate the effect.
So you can play it, but the effect wouldn't happen because you wouldn't be legally able to play it.
So let's put them back at the bottom of the deck.
Let's just roll with that, and then you turn that.
Like I say, the more questions in it, the better. You learn by playing.
It is a new game, and the more people are going to play it, the more questions will rise.
Alright. And then over to you.
Okay.
I guess he'll huff and he'll puff and he'll blow my...
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have a really good play here.
Every time you said that, you've completely like messed me over, so...
Right, I'm just gonna play another Creepy Crawly, and I will claim back my Creepy Crawly, and I'll pass the turn.
I'll draw 1. Oops, you didn't see that. You did, though, the audience. Okay. So I want to... I need to start discarding these. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's pop this wolf down here.
Oh no, no, that's not the place where I wanted you to play the card.
What can I say? I'm a strategist. I have no idea. Right, over to you.
Okay, I will draw for... Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, goodness. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, let's play down this other Creepy Crawly. Claim my wolf. And over to you.
Alright, I'm going to draw 1.
Okay.
Okay, so I am going to play this one. On play, search my deck for a card and discard it and then shuffle. So I am going to, yep, you guessed it, in case worse things happen, put that dog into the trash. Put that dog right there in the trash. And then, over to you. It's all part of my ingenious plan.
Okay. Interesting. I think this one here will do. my bugs.
Alright.
Pass to you.
Boogie boogie. Draw a card. Oh, here we go. Yeah, sadly, it's nothing I can really do about it at the minute.
This way.
Okay, so I am going to put down this one. And on play, destroy a card with an on play ability. I want to get rid of, just to make it a bit more interesting. Let's get rid of this chap. I know it's got an destroy ability,
But it doesn't have an on-play ability.
oh, does it not?
It does not.
Let's get rid of the pig.
Okay,
Alright. Over to you.
Getting rid of your own cards.
I know, yeah. It's like I've got a really good plan up my sleeve, and maybe I need some pigs in the graveyard for some of the cards I may or may not know actually can summon pigs from the graveyard, or maybe.
Could just be a skill issue.
It could be a skill issue.
It is always a skill issue with us. Okay, let's see.
She's not the best. She's not bad.
Yeah, I think.
I don't know if she's I don't think she's taking
Yeah, I think we'll do this. So this has on play and on turning.
Okay.
Destroy a card adjacent to this card.
Don't do it, Sylvester. Don't do
I
it.
am going to destroy my creepy crawly,
Okay.
which then has an on destroy trigger.
Yep.
Now the interesting thing is that the card says that it moves into an open space. So for example, if I was to, let's say, choose this one and move it here, 7 beats 5, but the card was not played, it moved.
Yeah.
And because of that the ability will not happen. So I will move him right there.
Yeah, because he's been destroyed, he's come back.
And after I've resolved the ability, I will claim this dismissed.
No! Not my hamster.
Pass to you.
Oh, now it's time for me to activate my dog's ability. Instead of drawing, because he's in the graveyard, you may return this card from your discard to your hand. If you do, discard the top 4 cards of your deck. So let's see if anything comes through. Oh, here's one.
Okay, so
On discard ability. Let's put it there for
Yeah.
a second. 2, that's not right.
nothing.
3, no!
Oh, the big bad wolf.
And 4, okay, so this one, when he's undiscarded, I draw a card. So I got to draw one anyway. That's upsetting. After all that.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm gonna place. Right. Let me play this chap. So he's a ranged one. So normally, I'm gonna play it here. Return this one.
Okay.
Because I don't want to do your ranged effects, so they're too high anyway. But now I've turned him, remember that one from earlier.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I get to draw 3 and then destroy 3 at random from my hand. So, shuffly duffly duffle. And then let's see if Sylvester is going to be kind and pick the ones I need him to destroy. Oh, look at that. So this one, on discard, destroy a card with value of 7.
Now the important part here is that the card says destroy.
Oh, it's not
The
discard!
bird requires you to discard it. Yes, the 2 decks were designed so that one focuses more on discard effects, whereas the other focuses more on destroy effects. It is important to see and be aware of which keyword is the one printed on the card.
That is true. And in nautical slang, dang. Over to you.
Okay, over to me.
There's only 4 spaces left now, so that's
Yes,
like
yes.
2 rounds, pretty much. Can I claim it back? Only time will tell.
I do not know.
Very much just like I only started playing them.
I think
I need to. Got pictures, mate, on it.
I am going to play this one out.
Okay.
On play and on turning, I draw 2 cards and then destroy a card at random from my hand.
Sylvester, how could you do this to me? I thought we were amigos. Feeling Nakame.
It is a card at random. Let's see if you hit the jackpot.
Okay, I reckon it's this one.
Okay, what did you destroy?
Yeah, I
you
hit the jackpot. I hit the jackpot.
Oh goodness. Okay, and then after this, I shall claim Discovery Experiment.
Cool.
Pass to you.
Alright then, so I'm going to draw one. And I'm going to hopefully do some real damage now. So I'm going to do the, I'm going to do this one.
66.
Oh no, wait, what am I doing? That's the one I'm doing. There you go.
Do you want to
I'll do it, I'll just test it
So
out.
before you do anything, on play, discard the card.
I'm going to discard this one. On discard, draw a card.
Yeah.
Right. And then I activate this one, Turny Whirny, and it's got a turning effect.
Yes.
On play and turning, you may destroy one card adjacent to this card. And I may, but I choose not to, because people are a resource in this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
And then over to you. It said discard. Why is it destroy?
What is it? Oh no, they are pointing in the wrong way. Ah, hi.
Oh no, it's almost like I deliberately sabotage you.
Oh, and if you have a toward me pointing ranged. Ooh, this is tough.
I think
And
you're gonna like this, guys.
it is really even at this point, so this is my last play. And I think this is going to be the play.
Yeah, I did the cherry chops. I understand. And then we get randomised.
Yes, this is going to be the play. No! Eye for an eye! So, on play, I may destroy 2 cards from my hand. If I do, I can destroy a card with value of 6.
Don't do it.
So I will destroy Fate Avoided and Creepy Crawly.
And what do they do if they destroy? Because I see the little X crossbones.
Creepy Crawly will come back to my hand. Fate Avoided will shuffle each player's hand into the deck and draw a new 4.
Alright.
So, a card with a value of 6.
Not gonna lie, that was a good play.
Well, I think I am going to destroy this one right here.
Okay.
And then after that, Fate Avoided first, we shuffle our hands and draw a new 4.
Okay. Meeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'll just tiger by that. Right?
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Hi.
I mean, oh no.
And then the Creepy Crawly will come back to my hand.
Cool.
I pass to you.
Ready? It's high noon.
Okay, let's see what you can cook up.
Right, and let's see. Twist as much as I can. Let's pop this chap on.
Okay.
On play. Discard a card.
Hold on.
Oh no.
I have an Naysayer.
No!
I can
There's a
discard.
naysayer.
Yes, it is a card with response. I can discard this card to negate my opponent's on play effects this turn.
Oh, look, this little guy, he's got goggles. So what, you're doing, negating my effects?
I negate your on play effects.
Ah, you are lucky.
So you will claim that dismissed.
Alright. I guess it's your last turn
Yes.
then.
My final draw.
Do you know what I was gonna do?
You were going to play
Yeah?
Vengeful Piggy?
No.
Totally
Yes.
yes.
Basically, if I would have discarded him, it would have come back and then it would have filled the board. He knew what he was doing. He saved that. He planned it. Results.
Okay. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So this point is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my final play will decide who is the winner.
If you can turn one right now, and I've not got a negate.
I believe I can turn 1 with the Creepy Crawly.
And then that's it. Now we count them all up. So I've got, looking at me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and Sylvester's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7, 8, 9. Yes.
Bloody hell, you freaking hammered me there. Well done. And that is how you play loyalty. Pretty simple. Once you get like the gist of it, it is literally just turning and strategizing, which is very good to pick up. So, did you enjoy it?
I did. The closest thing I can compare it to is chess as a card game.
That's interesting.
It's simple to understand, but has a nice, comfortable level of complexity to it. And obviously, one thing that we do need now is to have most of our questions answered, have the rules up on the website updated as soon as possible to make sure that everyone understands how the game plays, and some more niche hidden interactions need explaining as well, like for example the pig imposter earlier.
I think the best way to go about that one would be to do maybe video tutorials so people could actually physically see it. Because it's all good on paper when it says, oh yeah, if this does that and then that, but then you don't physically get the result still. It's still just words, and words can be misinterpreted. So I do generally think you should do a few little card video tutorials just to help along the way. That's the only criticism I'll ever have. Other than that, I really enjoyed this game. I love like the little like puns and towards like the characters,
the artwork,
Edgar Allan Poe and all that, and then he's got Raven cards.
The artwork is gorgeous. The game is fun and enjoyable. Do give it a try and give it some time. Give the developers some time. Obviously, it is a big project to go into, definitely. So the more support, the more feedback you are able to provide the developers, the sooner the game is going to be able to get out of this rough diamond shape and grow into a card game that is going to be played on a weekly basis 100%. At locals.
Oh, and speaking of which, if you want to give it a go, check out your pre-releases. So all your local card shops, if they really are happening, then they definitely need to go in there. We know Underworld's got some. We know, I think that's trying to make it. But yeah, definitely Underworld. So check it out and give it a go.
If you do need to check out the website,
here we go. Let's just put it on. Can we do a little fancy?
This is the website, and for those of you with some more technological needs, here is a fancy little QR code that you can check.
Yeah, it's upside down, yeah.
I don't believe it matters, as it will lead you to the website.
Yeah, and this is loyalty.
Thank you for watching, and I hope to see your responses in the comments.
Right, Sylvester, how mad would you be if I forgot to press record? Don't worry, I did!